Hey everybody, my name is Rydo, and today we are starting a series for the game Shadow of Mordor. So we will hop into it real quick. We've got everything set. I started a WB Play account to get a free rune, which we'll see what that is. And that's all we need to do. All the video, all the sound I think is set right, so let's just begin. Story mode begins the story of Middle-earth Shadow Mordor. Lord of the Hunt played the Lord of the Hunt campaign, that's DLC. Bright Lord campaign. Let's see. Trials of War and change skins. So we could change the skins, I suppose. I don't see any reason why I would want to do that right now. We'll have to come back to this. That's quite a change in skins you have there, going there. Yeah, those are different people, aren't they? Yeah, they're completely different characters. Wow, interesting. Okay, let's begin story mode. I guess there's no difficulty settings.
In the land of Mordor, where the shadows lie. It was here, on the slopes of Mount Doom, that the Dark Lord Sauron was defeated by the last alliance of men and elves. It is here that for 2,500 years the rangers of Gondor stood watch, guarding against a nameless threat they had all but forgotten. And while the strength of Gondor faded, the power and malice of Sauron grew in darkness. He has returned to Mordor. Shadow and flame have fallen on the Black Gate, and no mortal man can stand in its path.
So this is set after the Lord of the Rings trilogy of books. That's kind of helpful to me. Since I haven't watched the movies or read the books and don't fully know the story of the Lord of the Rings. I did play Lego Lord of the Rings hoping it would give me some backstory, and that game was so bad about story and everything else. I didn't learn a darn thing really.
Perfect swing for killing chicken. Wouldn't want to hurt you. Take a lot more than that. Dear how the mighty
Getting some
chicken.
shaky camera in this cinematic. I don't like it.
Show your father what you have, huh?
Is it gonna throw me into a tutorial? Yes. So press Y to counter.
You'll have to hit harder if you want to best your father.
So that's my son.
Harry, son, don't forget to block.
Perhaps you should not forget to hit.
Stay alert, dear. Your enemy will not always be as he appears.
Easy, son. You're not a soldier yet.
It's very jumpy on the scene.
I'll have your gun.
I'm all right.
Hold right trigger and tap X for ground execution. So right trigger X. Hold A to sprint, press right bump while sprinting to New York to tackle. And right trigger. Okay, so we're in a real fight now. So one of the reasons why I'm covering this game is because I just played Assassin's Creed 1, the very first, and I wanted to play a game that has taken a lot from that, as many games since then have taken from that game. A lot more was taken, though, I would say, from 2 and maybe Brotherhood and some of the other ones in the 2 series before 3 came out. I think my son just did a finishing move that the camera took charge of.
These orcs are much stronger than any we've ever seen. They're not orcs, they're lyrics. Far worse. There's too many. Go find your mother. Go find your mother. Keep her safe. I'll be right behind you. Go.
So they're not orcs, they're Uryks?
Am I dead? You are banished from death.
So I wonder if he's in the realm where Frodo went when he put the ring on. It kind of looks like that. Honestly, this camera work is driving me wild. It's so bouncy. So in that first tutorial fight, that felt a lot like Assassin's Creed 1, where you'd get attacked and have to while in stealth, press X to kiss your wife. Hold right trigger for stealth, and a kiss.
Happy anniversary, mother.
I think that's a cool concept. Probably wasn't implemented very well.
I still have a few friends left in Gondor.
Did you talk to my father?
They're at the Black
Yes, I
Gate.
did. And nothing has changed. He's still very stubborn.
I say we go anyway.
Right
He
now.
will not come willingly.
There must be a better life than this.
So
Not now.
there's tons of stuff to the west of where they are right now, according to my understanding of the Lord of the Rings map. And I don't think the game's gonna have any action happen
We
then.
must hide now, or we are both dead.
I think it's all gonna start at the Black Gate and only go further east into Mordor. Or kind of just stay in a very big Mordor. No.
We should have left when we had the chance.
Don't move. I'll clear a path. I'm outnumbered. Stealth is my only advantage.
So hold right trigger, but it seems like he stands up. Yeah, that didn't feel like a stealth kill there. Honestly, I feel like I just totally messed it up, the stealth. Now, I wouldn't say Assassin's Creed really inspired stealth play. It more
The sword down, Ranger.
inspired just standard fighting that we ended up going into.
The Black Hand wants him alive. Take her.
So there's humans still working with Sauron too. So he's crushing his sword hand. These Uryks seem to be really organized and good at being soldiers. A lot more than what I thought the orcs in the Lord of the Rings could.
I'm right here, son. I'm right here.
We'll be together, my love. Soon. Forever.
So he's doing some kind of sacrifice for a spell. Probably to bring back Sauron.
Come back to me, Elf Lord.
Oh, it's not for Sauron, it's for somebody else. Now, I think the good news here, as we still haven't really gotten into the game, it's been a long
See
time,
for yourself.
is that I think this is an original story, so I'm as lost probably as any other player who hasn't played this game, even if they were a super fan of the Lord of the Rings series and the
Do you
Hobbit
believe
series.
me, Ranger? What has happened to me? You are banished from death. Cast adrift between the worlds of light and dark. Curse binds us together within the walls of Ardar. If what you say is true, then how do we break this curse? We find the one who cast it on us. The Black Hand of Sauron.
Is the Black Hand of Sauron really a piece of Sauron? It seems like Sauron can do that. The Eye of Sauron, the Mouth of Sauron. It seems like he manages to never really die and break more and more parts of his body apart. I really don't understand how it works, though it seems to be just out of convenience.
This looks familiar.
Talion killed a nobleman, Yorith. His life now belongs to Gondor.
Father, if you tell
Are we gonna have more flashback, or are we finally gonna get into the game? We've been playing for 13 minutes, and it's just kind of been intro, and we totally messed up the stealth, so that's just never gonna work. Press right bump to reforge. Unlocking Forge Towers unlocks Erase Memories. Okay, what is Erase Memories? This unlocks new missions, collectibles, and locations on the map, and Mirian. So Mirian, I think, might be the ghosty world, would be my guess. And then press B to exit. So you can start to see where the influence of the Assassin's Creed series, and I'm saying Assassin's Creed introduced these concepts, but in a lot of ways it probably didn't. It was just my first example of this. Hold A and move forward to jump off the ledge. But oh, I have to hold A. I just walked over there. But look, he's even got the
So, we missed one of you at Narcos, eh? An easy mistake to fix.
yeah, these guys are really more talkative than I expected them to be. Hold left trigger to enter ranged mode, hold right trigger to charge your shot. So not fast enough there. I assume I'll get skills that will speed this up. Press B when near an enemy to drain it of health, to drain it. hold B. And then I just elbowed the guy. My life's low, pretty low, just there. And here we have another cutscene.
Go back to him.
Hold right bump to grab, press A to interrogate. Press A to gain intel.
What do you know of the Black Hand of Sauron?
He is a fiend, made of thin air.
What more?
A slave I had swears he fought him. I sold him for a keg of grog to Gimu the slaver.
These are captains of Sauron's army. They appear as shadows because you don't yet know their identity. Press A to continue. By interrogating enemies, you can uncover valuable information about these captains. Press A to learn the identity of this captain. We've learned Gimub the Slaver. You've learned of Gimub's identity. This will help you hunt him down. His title, the Slaver, gives you clues about his role in Uruk society. Or is it Uruk or Uruk? I don't remember what he said now. Press A to continue. You've also learned the power rating that gives you an indication of how difficult he will be to defeat. The power rating also determines your rewards for defeating him. Rewards include runes for upgrades to upgrade your weapons, increasing your own power to unlock new ability tiers. A lot more stuff than what Assassin's Creed had. Assassin's Creed sorely missed any real upgrade system. You got upgrades by beating certain story levels, but that was it. But you can see the comparison here of we're gaining intel for somebody that we specifically want to assassinate, although they're going to just call it kill. The map and objective show you where the captain can be located. Press A to continue. So power level 4 probably isn't that high. Press A to mark your target. So we're probably going to do a little bit more than just immediately run to that guy.
That is where we have to go.
If one can trust an orc.
Trust has nothing to do with it. His thoughts cannot lie.
So we have these magic powers that we simply could not have had. Now, notice he has those magic powers, and this may be a spoiler, I don't know, but he has the magic powers right in his hand that was hit by the Black Hand of Sauron. So maybe the ritual brought back the person he was trying to summon into him, and we are working with the bad guy that's going to turn around and mess us up at the end. We don't know. We'll have to assume that we're working with a good guy for the time being at least. So tutorial missions. Gold icons advance the story. Red icons display power struggles where Urks compete for status. Rewards power to unlock new ability towers. White icons represent side missions and collectible. Rewards Mirren to purchase upgrades. So, Mirian. I'm gonna mispronounce everything here, aren't I? You have 2 available main missions. The Slaver, save the humans trapped within Mordor and find the Black Captains. The Spirit of Mordor, learn more about Uruk society, I'm going to just call it Uruk, and take down Sauron's army from within. So we got 260 XP, and we have
The
a new
world has
entry.
changed. Nothing makes sense.
Nothing has changed.
This is how it will be. The future and the past are linked in darkness.
I don't understand why I'm here.
And I can't remember. Let's go find the slaver. His mind may provide answers.
So I had an entry I could look at, but it went to this conversation. Enter the Wraith world, left bump to find nearby Etherden. So that tower is, I suppose, an upgrade thing. And here we go. It seems like as soon as I stood on this part, we go right back up. And there's nothing here.
My slaves keep dying too quick when I'm torturing them, and all I'm doing is cutting them a little. Stop hanging them upside down by their ankles when you cut them, and try not to rip open the big veins.
So, I'm a little confused. Look at this spider that's just crawling around.
The hammer's the toughest son of a claw Mordor's ever seen. I pity anyone.
I'm a little just confused as far as to, am I supposed to kill people or am I supposed to do something more? I guess I'm supposed to go towards this. This map is really busy. So I see a couple of guys.
First we carry the barrels here, then they make us take the same barrels back there. What's in these barrels anyway?
Like, we've got two guys. And then there's a water spout right there. So, I assume press hold sneak. All day was sneaking to run, sneak. Gosh, this thing does not want to work.
What was that?
So now I have an ability point. I can unlock an ability. Earn XP to gain ability and unlock powerful new abilities. Power struggles to earn power to more quickly and unlock ability tiers. So there's two columns here, Wraith or Ranger. Hopefully there aren't any achievements that say only go with Wraith or Ranger. I'm not sure what the achievements are, and I'm not sure so much about this game. I wouldn't know what the achievements are even if I've seen it. Let's see. Execution, counter enemies will be knocked backwards. Strike from above, aerial takedowns with the right trigger and X to unaware targets. I kinda wish I have that. Elfin swiftness, time your landings, tap A when mantling over objects. Detonate, shoot fires or barrels to cause them to explode. You're immune from damage from fires and explosions. Nice. And then red cargors. Ride caragors. I think detonate would be the first one I would want to get. Do I have any other available points? We also have Mirren is the currency of your upgrade for your weapons and increase the maximum health, focus, and elf shot. Earn Mirren by finding collectibles and completing side missions, challenges, and bonus objectives. We have 25. We need 100 for a max health up, 130 for max elf shot, 100 for max focus, sword rune slot. I suppose I need that really quick on one of these because I have a rune. We have 1 of 20 progression things. So 20 story missions, and then that's it. Although I think this game just goes on and on after that point, if you so wish. Let's see, 24 Outcast Rescue missions, 10 Sword Legends missions, 10 Bow Legends, 10 Dagger Legends. Let's see, what are the Sword Legends? We recreate the memories of this. There's 42 artifacts. All these numbers seem kind of small, and I'm already 1.5% done. Wait a minute, what was that? Sauron's army. So there's like 3 tiers here, and when you kill some of these people, they get replaced. So this army, I think, pretty much stays the same. And then, how do we get like weapons and runes? Right now, runes available, we could put in a 20% chance of critical hit, or Orc Slayer finisher does extra damage against captains. Rising Storm grants access to the Storm of Friol legendary weapon power. 50% chance to reduce melee damage. Does not stack with Elven Grace. And then Defiant of the End. Never surrender as you gain additional last chances to return to the fray in combat against the Orc. So Defiant to the End feels like that might be your only way of will beat somebody and not die. So I'm gonna just do Defiant to the End, I suppose. And then I don't know which one of these I got from WB or if I got all of these from WB Play. Reduces focus, depletion time, we need that. And then brutalized stealth kills cause additional terror. Stealth kill, right trigger, and ground execution. Immune to poison, does not stack. I think I'll cause some additional terror, although immune to poison seems like it would be the best things. Upgrades is where we were before. Appendices, what do we have? We have Talon, Iorith, Diriel, are they even going to come back? Rangers of the Black Gate, Race, Uryx, the Great Orcs, the Hammer of Sauron, the Tower of Sauron? Is that what the Tower of Sauron is called now? There was a Tower of Sauron before. The Black Hand of Sauron, Talons of the Black Hand, and not discovered. Tons of other things. Mirian, Mordor, Moranian. What is Moranian? The Black Gate of Mordor is a form of defensive structure. Mordor's Ash Mountains and sea. Its walls. Oh, so the Black Gate has just been called Moranion. Ukdon, the Valley of Udon, is a harsh and uncontrollable land. So compared to Lego Lord of the Rings, Mordor is way bigger. Orodurin, better known as Mount Doom. Bardur, the Dark Tower, has lain in ruins. So I didn't quite understand that, how they destroyed the ring and the Dark Tower just fell apart, it seems like. Then we've got all these tutorials. Man, this is boring, I bet. Let's get back to playing the game. It's boring to me, and I'm playing.
Catch that escaping slave! I'll cut you apart!
Tutorial awareness. The icon above an Uruk's head displays its awareness. Indicates the Uruk is investigating a disturbance. Indicates he's aware of you. Hold right trigger, reducing the number of...
You! I will hunt you through all the black mountains of Mordor!
So we've run into a guy and he's got a skull over him, so I bet that means I'm in trouble. Trying to kill this guy. Oh, and much like Assassin's Creed 1, it feels very much like I'm just tapping X with a little bit of Y to counter. If this guy doesn't, if I'm not careful, I'm gonna die. Alright, so tutorial, last chance struggle. Use the left to move the cursor into the circle, then press the displayed button to counterattack. So that's the thing that's going to...
Rydo! How much fight have you got left? Enough to give me some sport, I hope?
So there is a weird thing that goes on here of it just kind of promotes the next person even in the middle of the fight, it looks like. So it also has this strangeness in which characters seem to come back to life. You seem to clearly kill them or do these brutal moves to them that would certainly kill them. And instead of killing them, it has this tendency to...
Yo! I've been watching you, waiting for the perfect time to strike you down. Here and now, I will end your useless life.
Hand of defeat. So I don't know if maybe I'm taking out a lot of people right now because of something I've done, or is it simply I've caused enough of a ruckus that all these people are coming to me? This feels like I should potentially run away, but in all honesty, I just want to press my luck. I've got two of these guys going here.
I need your corpse intact as proof for more promotion.
And so, this guy kills me, and so he gets promoted to captain. Orcs that kill you can challenge captains for their position in Sauron's army. If they win, they will be promoted and grow in power. Press A to continue. So now they become this nemesis. Somebody else survived and his power increased. This guy survived and his power increased. All of a sudden we've got this nightmare scenario where that one fight has messed up the situation and made it worse for me.
These towers of silver?
They are lights to guide us in the land of shadow, where all other lights may fail. Pale reflections of the light of the two trees, and memories of a lost kingdom.
What does any of that mean? Like, what, honestly, what does any of that mean? I apparently also ran into people that I just didn't want to run into. I just want to go there. So let's go that way. It still kind of feels like Mordor is going to be mostly a smaller world. Assassin's Creed 1 was kind of a small world anyways, but but it doesn't feel like we're gonna be super start. So we have to start the mission here. A flash of silver lightning carving his way through the Dark Lord's ranks. Each foe has his life stolen away before we know it. Forge the legend of the Dagger of Asham. Hold a stealth kill 10 slavers in 3 minutes.
Yeah, the best train.
Are we still stealthing? Did I fail? It does seem like the game is not going to be really cruel about failing me on these things, as stealth seems to just not want to work with me. I'm hitting right trigger and he is just standing up. It's like I'm holding right trigger and he just wants to stand up after a while.
But it's them slaves running amok again, and we're gonna get sent there.
Let's see. We're doing this assassination. How many have I stealth killed? None. Ooh. And it's been 1:30. So then we need to see where this mission goes. Even with the infinite number of chances here, it's really not helping anything. How many of the elements of the rest of the game are disabled while we're in the middle of this mission? This isn't working. Tutorial last chance struggle. Move the cursor. Well, we already did this. We already learned this. Oh. Maybe it's because he was shooting a thing at me instead of swinging a sword. So I'm killing slavers.
This will be no contest at all. Shall we skip straight to the torture and screaming?
So this is the kind of intro you get when you run into a bad guy. And it's great, but also kind of a pain right now, because we're running into a lot of them. How is my life so low?
Rydo! Are you hurt? Is now a bad time?
This is the same people.
Time for murder!
Yeah, and he just killed me. I didn't even have him.
Stand a chance, you stupid dog.
I didn't even have a chance to recover from that. So his power is increased, and this guy's power is increased, and I'm making it so much worse on myself.
Who are you, Wraith? What do you want with me?
If I have a name, I do not remember it. The Black Hand called to me from across the void, and I came.
So, I mean, he's even admitting that we don't know. What does advanced time do? I hope that doesn't do something important, because that would really, really suck. It seemed to advance time for no reason. What is this thing? So this guy is crushing all the orcs. And throwing things at me, so... So there's some creatures that don't seem to work for Sauron that wandering around too.
What is this sorceress power? To enter their minds? It is not natural.
It is the power to sow terror among the servants of our enemy. It is the power to hunt the followers of the Dark Lord.
So, what would this be? An artifact? Can we go and like try and get that?
Something just moved over there!
The ranger!
Get after it! Get back here!
Yeah. It is strange. So the game's really not giving me enough direction here. It's just like any direction you go, where the map would point you to move, you're instead of being told what to do, you're just running into fights. And with every kill I get 10 experience, and perhaps this is more of a roguelike style of we want you to grind here at the beginning until you're powerful enough. Maybe that is the case.
Kill the ranger, get a barrel across.
Like, if I go here,
That's what the captain said.
if I'm in this ghost mode, does this perhaps save me?
We knew it was a good hunt.
What's this plant?
Makes no difference as long as we're doing something.
Right bump to restore health. Okay. I see that.
Mark my words. Gondor stands no chance.
We have explosive. So if I'm in this mode, do they see me at all, or is this just some kind of infinite hiding ability? I think that would be really nice. So pick up this artifact, get 50 million. These artifacts hold memories of Mordor. Use left and right to look at the for the memory, and then press X to reveal it, press A to continue. Strange rock. Let's see, or the interruption, that's sudden violent. I'm already feeling that a lot of this is gonna get kind of ridiculous with weird words. That was always the kind of a problem with the Lord of the Rings series, is it was too much world building of crazy stuff. Man, the way this moves, I'm looking right at it, and then you have to press X to play it.
Where'd you get off to, child?
I found this, Daddy.
This kind of rock is very rare. It comes from the volcano. There. Now, Doom is a foul place, angry and mean. It will explode when Sauron is near and plotting, spitting all manner of foulness into the air. Smoke and dust and rocks that burn the ground. It does this as a warning. I will not stay silent for long. Sort of like your mother. Don't tell your mother I said that.
So this rock is...
It is a rock, nothing more. And you needn't be afraid of a rock or Doom, which is silent to this very day. And sweetie, if you need a lesson from all this, why, here's a fine one. Even a foul place like that volcano can produce beautiful things.
Okay. Is that going to mean anything at all? Maybe. I guess there's 41 more of those. Maybe that'll come in, become a storyline of something. When you stealth, when your hit streak is charged, you can press A and execute your targets. I think we need execution. I think we desperately actually need that. And then I don't think I'd want to get rid of spend anything else because I want my health to go up. We have new appendices. Much like The Witcher 3, this is the appendices and stuff are things I'm just not gonna be super focused on taking care of. I suppose I could go to this forge tower. Is that what we're supposed to do? I don't feel like it is. Let's see, yeah, it just doesn't really strike me as that's what the goal is.
There has been no sign of fire on Mount Doom for generations.
I watched Gilgalad die on the slopes of Orodruin, burned to death by the heat of Sauron. This is where the storm will gather that will engulf the world of men.
Wait for the next one.
So it seems like I can just kill him.
Thank goodness. Thank you.
So there is, you can just sneak up next to people.
You all worry about that damn little creature too much.
I don't like the way the stealth is the right trigger.
There, a talk. I'll show you strength.
Alright, so somebody can see me. So maybe they can sense me? And these stun attacks, I don't think it allows me just to interrogate them. I think that's only going to happen in very limited situations. Or perhaps only the little green ones. Let's see. So, like, much like Assassin's Creed 1 too, it feels like you can grow too many. Too many guys will come to the rescue of their own characters to the point where you're like, so, and attempts to run away doesn't seem like it works. Like, so is there a way to get away from this? Did I get it? There is supposed to be a system here where we terrorize these guys. What in the world was that?
I'll make you whimper like a child, begging for mercy.
It's him again. And a lot of times it feels like they just come out of nowhere. I feel like I'm gonna get killed one more time and then that's gonna be the end of this recording. There's a lot here I need to get grips upon. Or just grind on. Maybe we'll take the opportunity to run around the rest of the map. Yep, no opportunity there.
Time for me to rise above my so-called brothers.
It feels like you need to be really into this concept. So he just killed like one of the leaders that we didn't even know. Orcs are constantly fighting each other for dominance. When time passes, a battle report will show the outcome of all resolved power struggles. So he's like power level 11. He's power level 11. Yeah, this guy we were supposed to be going after is still power level 4. Gimel the Slaver. And this guy is power level 5. And he's way over there. Which one of these was the story mode? This guy's power level 4. And one would imagine that their power levels go down, but maybe they don't, because wouldn't that eventually mean...
I do not understand these powers, Wraith. I do not understand what has happened to me. But I will use any weapon that is placed in my hand.
There is nothing our enemy will not use to achieve his victory. Only in ruthlessness can we hope to match him.
There seems to be a lot of things missing too, compared to this map. Like, what is that? A rune? And then a forge tower. Let's just run to this forge tower. Which way to go? This way? Enter the... It feels like the Ithilden stuff is also not permanent. It just appears, probably to help you out a little bit. So these elvish towers, one would assume that they're not real, that they're only in the one world. And let's reforge this. So does that bring that to the real world?
These towers reach from yesterday to tomorrow. I live on in these stones.
When we die, we'll resurrect into those. You can also advance time in the world unlocking this. Advancing time will resolve power struggles, repopulating herbs, and change the time of day. Okay, so now we know what advancing time actually does. So, where are we as far as Mordor? Complete more missions to unlock. I believe this is the Black Gate. Then I would suspect either Mount Doom is up this way, or it's this big black thing, or this big black thing, would be my guess. Here we can see something that looks like a pretty standard story area where we'll go from from point A to point B. We've got some collectibles. But overall, this area seems kind of small. Confrontation to earn a special reward. If we could beat anybody, that would be good. But I almost wonder if I'm going to end up having to run around and get collectibles just to level up. They are doing a pretty decent job here of giving us 100 XP. I would also say that they've solved the issue about needing to know a lot about the Lord of the Rings. I really don't need to know a lot here. All I need to figure out is the control scheme and the stealth. I don't understand why I just fall out of stealth. The button seems to be wrong, in the wrong place, or shouldn't be a trigger or something, because I'm just standing up. Let's see, can we go to the controller mapping and maybe see hold for stealth, hold for ranger mode? No, nothing there. Game settings, there's no difficulty to change. This is one of these newer games that says that anybody can play it at the same difficulty, and maybe that's true, maybe it isn't, but right now it feels like that's completely not true because we're dying like crazy and making our enemies more powerful, and we would prefer to go the other way. But then I'm also a little concerned if we go the other way and we start weakening all our enemies all the time, it's going to be this slaughter in which we'll just run up to the bad guys, kill them, and never die. Which is cool, but that might happen halfway through the game when it should happen somewhere closer to 3/4 of the way through the game. Anywho, that's our first little look at this. We'll have to see what new gets explained here. I kind of wish there was a story mode, just like a first level that was more isolated here. It feels a little too open worldy, a little too free roamy for me. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I end my episodes the same way. I ask you to like this video, share it with your friends, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Also, if you click on my name, Rydo, and get to my main YouTube page, is a playlist tab. You can see a playlist for every game I've ever covered. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.